So today is the 23rd. Okay, LCM. We've already been talking a little bit, but LCM. Think of skip counting. Your answer, whatever it is, like on number 1 here, 6 and 8. The lowest answer could be would be 6 or 8 because we're going to skip count by that number. Okay. Now they do call it LCM. But LCM stands for least, that's the key to it. We want lowest, common, and multiple. I think of skip counting. So what I do is this. I take 6 and 8. I write 6 and I write 8 because they gave me 8. Now, I'm going to skip count a few up. So I know my 6s, 12, 18, 24. But listen, I already know 8, 16, 24. There's the match. Listen, you want the lowest one that they have in common. That is it. And so what I do, listen, it is very easy. Listen. So I go up a little bit on one, go up a little bit on the other, till I find one that matches. Now, if you want to go down to 3, look at 3. I'll go back to 2, but look at 3. What's the answer? 16. 16. Because we already know, you don't some of them you don't even have to really write them out. You might already know them. Now, when you get to a weird one, like 35 and 28. No, listen, y'all are thinking wrong. You're going to have to go up with these numbers. So 35 plus 35 is 70. So now I got to start thinking, well, 28 times 2, and over here, I got 56. Well, that's still not 70. So I'm going to try 28 times 3. I got 84. Well, now I'm above that one. So I'm going to do 70 or 35 times 3. 105. Stop. If you're going to, stop. If you're going to be entertaining. 84. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the 84. I'm thinking, well, I need to see if it's 105. I'm going to do 28 times 4. I get 112. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do one more because I know it probably ain't going to work. Times 5. Okay. So 35 times 4 is 140. You have to just kind of work with the numbers. Now, I will say, if you're way down here and you still don't have an answer, something's probably wrong. Unless you write gigantic, okay? They end, I'm going to give you a hint. Well, I'll give that hint in a minute. How about number 4? I kind of rushed. How about number 4? 9 and 15. 45. 45, yeah. 15, 30, 45. If you know your nines tables, then 45. Should kind of jump out at you. Just keep counting by 7s and 12s. Oh yeah, this is way easier. Especially the ones that are basic multiplication tables. The only reason I can do these two so fast is I know that multiplication table. What? I'm just sitting here going, 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. And I'm just sitting here thinking, well, 12 times 4, 12 times 5, 12 times 6, 12 times 7. I'm going to go back up here. Sorry.
Yes, 84. It's 84. You asking that question?
I know, like it.
It's mine, not football.
No, to be honest, my kid had a soccer game Friday, so that's where I was. Were y'all on the other field?
Yep.
Yeah. That's I try to go to some of the games, but that one Eli had a little scrimmage thing, so listen. So this is not hard. Sometimes time consuming, meaning it takes a little paper, but not hard. Now listen, I'm gonna give you a hint. And if you won't scratch out the two I'm getting ready to tell you, then you're going to wish you did later because they're going to take you forever. Okay. Will you mark off number 17 and 23? 17 and 23. Now, the rest are doable, meaning you can do them. In fact, some of them even have the same number because we messed up. Like if I ask you what is the LCM of 5 and 5, what is it? 5. Thank you. And we actually did that on one of them. So, okay, most of you guys, we're doing all of them. You've had, like all my classes have had about a half hour to do this in. Most kids have made it to at least about 14. The ones who have really worked. Just kind of throwing that out there. So, you do want to skip, I've allowed them to skip 17 and 23. Okay. If you go out 15 spots and you still don't have a match, you probably made a mathematical error somewhere. Go back and look at it. Okay. And I use notebook paper on mine, but that's just the way I had to do it. It's up to you. Yes? Then you may just put it. If you see it quickly and it is one that you just know, like 5 and 10 is 10, then you can just put it. That's fine. But there are some on there that there's no way to just know them. You know, you would have to work them out. So finish this. Yes, I think number 1 is one of the easy ones.